Alright guys, hey, welcome back. We are doing
Now that I am
14th
myself again,
part of our stream here.
I suppose it's time to face my brother.
And after that?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had a choice. Let me live with that for a moment.
There we go. Maybe. Well, I think
PC Grappler is now live. Streaming God of War Ragnarok, GoW Ragnarok -14.
Look, over there. We can take this way back to the camp. I can help with the vines. Now embed your blades into the glowing vines and light it.
Your brother seemed open to your return.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love nothing more than for everything to go back to how it was, leaving the responsibilities of leadership to me.
oh, that's an equal trick.
Send Odin my regards.
You use your anger effectively.
Well, you learn to use what you have. It's not as though I want to be angry with Freyr. He's my brother. He was the most important person in the world to me for half my life. These plants are the same as those we saw earlier. Frost should make quick work of their poison. Kratos!
Oops, messed up.
It's not as though I want to be angry with Freyr. He's my brother. He was the most important person in the world to me for half my life. These plants are the same as those we saw earlier. Frost should make quick work of their poison. We'll need to adjust our... I suppose that works too. Righto!
Oops. Maybe I need to pay attention. Or maybe tell me before I get...
It's not as though I want to be angry with Freyr. He's my brother. He was the most important person in the world to me for half my life. These plants are the same as those we saw earlier. Frost should make quick work of their poison. Now the sigil should hold the frost, even in the axe's absence. Well done.
Well, wasn't me an easy work of that.
Watch out, those are wisps. Powerful manifestations of runic magic.
That's weird. Super.
Could I ever think of this place as home again? After all that's happened.
Sneezing.
Wait. Skull and Hadi are in Vanaheim?
We learned the giants rescued them from Odin and brought them here.
And look. The sunlight wakes the sleeping roots. See how they stretch to welcome the sun?
Huh.
Beautiful,
that's
no?
something.
A far cry from the sheets of Midgard snow I've grown accustomed to.
Wonder if that changed.
The eastern migration. It's just as I remember it. At least the whole realm hasn't fallen to predators and occupiers. I guess there's still something to be fought for here. Something to defend even after so much damage has been done. Maybe that goes for Freyr, too.
Well, that was a hit. Not sure what I'm missing for that.
You won't be able to damage it without destroying the mother. It's a large bulbous thing. You can't miss it.
Large, bulbous thing. That's weird. I mean, it works. That's weird.
My sigil!
There was no enemy
Incoming above you! Enemy behind you, Kratos! Incoming back here!
This is the last.
From behind! Incoming!
that was fun. Let's not do that again.
So much has happened since I last saw Freyr. I'm not even sure where to begin.
What do you want from him?
An apology would be a start. I want to forgive him. I'd like to think he's changed. He's all I have left now. Did you ever apologize to Deimos?
It is difficult to seek forgiveness when you feel unworthy.
Now, how to get across? My sigil arrow should be able to carry the fire across the river to reach the bramble.
There's someone somewhere. I can't even hit the freaking thing.
Forgiveness can be powerful, even for the unworthy. My wife Faye taught me that.
Well, be glad you have a spouse to remember fondly.
Enemy behind you! Shield strike! The wisp replicates! Enemies on the left!
All my former spouse taught me was that there's no limit to the depth to which a soul can sink into darkness. Tricked me into marriage to spare my home and took my home just the same. Scattered my people to the wind. Maybe it's time somebody drew the line. Maybe it's time someone makes Groa's prophecy come true.
I will not wish for war, Freya.
War is a terrible thing, Kratos. But some things are even worse. You know, if Atreus rushes to Ragnarok, you may not be able to stop him.
I will.
And if you fail?
I have prepared him to survive without me, if he must.
Watch for the plants. They like me, but strangers not so much.
I see that.
Well, trial and error, that's for sure.
We don't have the equipment for this. So what's next for you, if not preparing for war?
I do not know, but I will take no chances with Atreus.
Well, you may want to think fast, unless you want someone to make that choice for you.
Ready?
As I ever will be.
Here we go.
No. It really is you. You returned to us at last.
Yes.
Let's celebrate. You reclaim the throne, we'll rebuild, me and you against the world, huh? Just like the old days.
I'm... not staying.
I don't understand. You're here. Maybe together we can take back what's ours.
I only just got back what's mine. I still have work to do.
You've seen what's left of the realm, right? Do we really mean that little to you?
You question my loyalty? Vanaheim turned its back on me.
Oh, you still can't let go of that old fight?
It was my duty to save as many of our people as possible. My responsibility. One you didn't take seriously then, and from the looks of it, one you don't now.
You think this is a game to me?
Yeah.
We lost everything to that maniac you called husband. The man's family set me on fire. How did you expect me to react?
Like my brother! Like the boy that used to have my back no matter what! And who I always supported no matter how selfish his choices. I expected you to come and find me. That no matter how hurt or angry, you wouldn't abandon me when I needed you the most.
Freya, please. I thought you were dead. I've had to live lifetimes with those last awful words I said to you. Have any idea what that's like? Knowing that your own selfishness hurt the person that you cared about the most. Abandon you. Oh, Freya. I mourned you. Oh, I've missed you so much.
And are you, Ingrid? But I won't bind myself to another realm when I finally have my freedom. I'll send help, though. And I will come back. I promise.
This hasn't been your home for a long time, has it? Do what you gotta do.
All right, that's enough. Ain't y'all got nothing better to do than gawking at family sorting squabbles? Come on, you two. Not you. Got a few things to square with y'all. First is you collecting your spare heads. Second is that sigil magic I smell on your bow. Reckon that's an idea I'll steal. How's about I set you up with some sonic mojo? Call it a trade.
Very well.
Third of all, if you ain't staying here, bears mentioning that Sindri and I find ourselves running a flop house for unemployed gods. If you're done freezing your backside off in Midgard, maybe come back with Beardo there. Check up on your old pal Tyr.
That's kind of you, Brock. I may do just that.
Well, all right then. I'll meet y'all back at the house. Unless you want me to fix anything up first.
Well, brother, care to meet our new allies? Or shall we depart?
help a lady out, please?
What is it?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time tinkering up and down the river delta. Once Odin's army came to town, I lit out of there faster than a tassel worm with its bottom ablaze. So frazzled, I accidentally left behind a few irreplaceables.
What? Irreplaceables?
Well, just one, really. An orb. I'd be mighty grateful if you would find it.
What is it?
And if you come across any of my old, beautifully rusted armor pieces, I'll use the scrap to whip up something specially suited just for you.
What is the orb?
Just bring it back here and you'll make me happy as a sunbeam. Oh, and don't forget to keep an eye out for my old armor. I'll fix it up for you. Free charge.
What sort of orb do you imagine we're looking for, brother?
I do not know.
May I ask?
I was broken when he found me. The truth I'd pledged my life to, it was a lie. Prayer. Back together. Give me something real to believe in.
That's Freyr, the Lord of Second Chances.
He saved me. Gave me a family. A purpose. And I will gladly die for both.
Thank you. Tell me about the camp dog.
Lord Freyr found her half dead in the jungle. She probably escaped. We all told him she was beyond saving. But he never gave up. She healed. And hasn't left us since.
She's a sweet girl.
She's pure of heart. Believes in your goodness, even if you don't.
The sonic airs.
Should we ask him?
Don't be rude.
What's rude about asking for help?
Big Veer, my love, focus on your work. You need to weave those tighter.
Your alliance is unusual.
I think what Kratos is trying to say is, he's never seen a light elf and dark elf work together. It's a welcome sight.
Hopefully one day, a common one. Mimir tells me you're something of an adventurer. Should you ever find your way to the Forbidden Sands in Alfheim...
Contested territory. Past the Barrens.
There are rumors of a sanctum, and artifacts our elders don't want us to see. Anything that sheds light on our suppressed history would benefit all of Alfheim.
Uncovering secret history? Sounds like my kind of adventure.
Knowledge of the elves' common ancestry is what brought us together. Stories of Alfheim before the division of light and dark. It's very taboo.
Didn't stop you from spreading word of it. Which is how you ended up in prison.
Where she and I met. As enemies, naturally, but escaped as friends. More than friends.
You can stop talking.
Okay. Good luck out there.
Almost got weird.
If I may ask, do you miss Alfheim?
You mean, do I miss the light?
Do you?
The truth? I still feel its pull. You want nothing else when you're near it. And away from it, you're only biding time until you can drink again from the light. But then again, the light does not need a food. It doesn't say use it or else go.
We don't have the equipment for this.
Yeah. I was confused about the sonic ones. That's the little pads with the...
Looking for something? We can head out the way we came.
Speaking of...
Done exploring, Kratos?
Yes, sir. No choice.
I remember where to look for a gateway. Follow me.
Well, you two seem to be getting on since completing your mission. Dare I hope this alliance has some staying power after all?
It seems to me we share a common enemy. Kratos, you may not accept that Ragnarok is inevitable, but you're smart enough to know Odin is a threat. Whatever comes next, our best chance of surviving it is to work together. Do you agree?
I do.
Then as to Brock's offer, you can imagine staying under the same roof as a couple former enemies? No further temptations towards terrible vengeance?
Not against you. Either of you. You have my word.
Oops. Explore a little bit.
Look, over there. This lock is different from others you might know. You'll need an enchantment on your chisel to use it. Runa. Go ahead. Carve the letter.
Suna.
It's an incantation. I'll speak it. Suna.
Lovely! Working together is already opening doors for us.
Is he always making puns like that?
Just today.
We're blocked by more vines. Remember what to do? There's a fallen log in the river. It has something on it I don't recognize.
Looks like soundstone.
So it's true. Tyr's really alive?
Aye. Not exactly shipshape. He sleeps in a broom closet now. But he's adjusting.
How did you find him?
Largely that's down to Atreus having figured out how to access the prophecies giants reserved for their own kind. We only learned of it ourselves after Thor and Odin came calling.
To your home? Is it still standing?
Barely. But all the violence was seemingly just a distraction to let Odin have a private word with Atreus.
Odin was alone with your son? Did he tell you what they spoke of?
Yes. He said that Odin invited him to Asgard to help him find his answers.
The answers he's rushing into fate in search of. That's troubling. Well, if you're ready to talk to him, the Mystic Gateway is ahead. If not, I have some unfinished business up this river I could use your help with.
Or we can follow up on that elven sanctum out in Alfheim's desert.
If you want to continue exploring, we'll need to remove that log in the river.
We're gonna continue exploring. For now. get as much resources. And everything's stocked up.
Good. We can explore the river now. And hopefully right some old wrongs.
Well, that's good. Maybe do some of these side quests.
What is your unfinished business?
I left something behind, near the falls.
Your wedding site? Now, why do you want to be going back there?
To be free of the bonds of my marriage. And to Asgard.
I think you severed that a long time ago.
Not completely. Not enough.
Guide us.
We don't have the equipment for this.
Okay, so that's an so maybe it's something she...
Freya, there's something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall. Ah, but enough of that for now.
This looks a little bit like Iron, kind of. Maybe not.
My people settled this river many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage to the shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left. Reavers, of course.
It's unstable! Get back!
Okay. So let's see, we jumped on here. I don't know which way is the right way.
A knocking song. Be wary.
Must stop that token from singing!
Left, right, brother!
From behind! Incoming!
Yeah, this area is available. Missing somebody.
Brother, I had a thought. What if we took a stealthy approach to our next battle?
No.
Apparently there's no... I just can't see that dang thing. I don't know what it would be. Or where. Whoops. So there's a lot to explore here. Oh, there he is. That's part of the problem. He's sitting up here on top of the wall.
Behind you! Incoming! It's explosive! Be careful!
Another drawbridge. We'll need to lower it.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, that ended up simpler than it
Learn anything?
was. some silly trick to this. Oh, I see. Wheelchair. What the heck? What is this being weird? Okay, I'm confused by one of this.
Something hanging from that tree above us.
Just gotta look around a little bit.
Could be useful.
Oh my goodness, how simple. Oh my god. Okay, hit where I want you to hit. I'm missing something else really simple there.
Looks like that worked.
It's always simple. 9 times out of 10, it's always the simple one.
Well, that did it.
Even. super curious which way's the right way to go.
The Alpha! It's explosive! Be careful! Alpha!
So, this is where I'm not sure the best option. So we got a tunnel there, a tunnel here. Let's just work counterclockwise. Go up this way. Just have to remember what all we did.
Well, lady, I was curious about some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
Poor Mimir. Okay. Forgot about one of the plants. Huh.
Watch your right! Nightmare on the left! Incoming! Above you!
So we get another side quest. It's almost like the game's actually
What is
just
wrong?
starting.
I died. And you will help me.
Of course, Gunhild. But to what end?
When the Einherjar came, we needed a way to fight back. I suggested, say their magic.
I understand your desperation, but that was foolish.
Clearly. I was lucky enough to be murdered before my mind could be corrupted, as theirs did. You must free them.
Of course. Say their magic corrupts so ruthlessly. Those poor souls must be in agony.
Then we shall give them death.
Okay.
Now, how do we get up there, I wonder?
We can't. Not with those vines in the way. Doesn't look like we can reach it from down here.
Figuring that out.
My friends' souls are still twisted, aren't they? Give them the freedom of death.
I think we can burn those vines from here.
You're crazy too. Can we though? See, maybe we start here. To here.
Looks like that worked.
We got lucky. So, let's try something with this plant that's here.
So, what's it like, being back?
Like I haven't come back at all. Everything's changed. I'm a stranger here.
I know the feeling.
The runic word appeared over there. See it? Mecking. We should be able to reach the wedding site
now. Okay, that's fine and dandy. Something must shift. Make that work.
Please. Please end their suffering.
We will achieve it. Okay, so it does one of them. Now let's see where's the other two. I don't see them. Very similar symbol. Okay. Killed that plant.
An armor piece bearing Lunda's brand. Shame it's broken. Nice bit of work otherwise.
Then why leave it?
You suspicious of her, brother?
If the orb she seeks is important, she would not have left it behind.
Perhaps.
Appreciate you finding my orb, though, since I am doing this for free and whatnot.
What's it say, brother?
Ah, that's it.
Okay, so we do have one more to find. We will have to focus on that for next time. But alrighty guys, it's been over an hour. It's time to boss switch up to some Call of Duty here. Get my butt kicked a little bit. So, alright guys, stay tuned. Probably do another clip tomorrow. And maybe I'll see you guys then.